Question 3, under civic education or civics, study the diagram of the Zambian national flag below and answer the questions that follow. All right, identify the missing features marked A on the diagram. Feature marked A on the diagram. That is the fish eagle. What does the feature mentioned in A symbolize to the country? The fish eagle. The fish eagle symbolizes the freedom and the ability to rise above all the challenges for economic and political development. Are we together, people? State the sentence in the third verse. Oh, this question has been repeated. Okay, has been repeated. It also came in the other year. I think it should be 2017, 2016, 2017. 2015. State the sentence in the third verse of the national anthem, which refer to the feature A. It's saying, like our noble eagle in its flight. Like our noble eagle in its what? Flight. Why? Or state 2. Which two colors on the national flag are acknowledged in verse 1 of the Zambian, the national anthem? In verse 1. All right, there is green and red. Green and red. Why does color B occupy a large space on the flag of Zambia? State 3 reasons why green. Okay? Why green? B is green. Occupy the large space on the Zambian national flag. So, number 1, vegetation, agricultural activities, natural resources. You can also say land used for production. All right, that is the green color. We have C. Is this C? We have F. What is the relationship between human rights and the color marked C? What is the relationship between human rights and color marked C? Okay. So now, color marked C is black. So the relationship there is equality between men and the women. Black represents the people of Zambia. All right. So the relationship that is there between human rights and the black people, the color there, black, is the equality between men and the women. Why was 24th October chosen as Independence Day for Zambia? This is very simple, because this is the day when President Kenneth Kaunda took office. Okay, he took office on the 24th of October, 1964. Okay, and you can also say that this was the end of the colonial rule. British colonial rule. Are we together? It's saying, study the map below and answer the questions that follow. So this is the map of Zambia. Okay, then you have the key there. Okay, capital, town, railway, lakes. Okay, or lake. Now the first question is saying, mention the first capital of Northern Rhodesia located at A. So the first capital of Northern Rhodesia was Kalomo. Okay, so the answer there is Kalomo. B. Why was the capital moved to Site B in 1935? Site B, that is Lusaka. Okay, Lusaka in 1935. Because Site B was centrally located, or was more central. Okay. C. Which British private company built the railway line shown on the map? It was the BSA company, the British South African Company. Okay, not the British Southern African Company, but the British South African Company, the BSA. D. Identify two ways in which the company mentioned in question C managed to get mineral royalties from African chiefs. 2. Number 1, by signing treaties or agreements with chiefs. 2, through taxes. Okay, 3, you can say through trade. 4, they gained mineral rights. Okay, now you just have to mention how many. Mention 2. E. What was the aim of the welfare society which was formed at place marked C? Okay, place marked C. The place marked C, it was to resist colonialism. Okay, to resist colonialism. What is the other question? The British government. This is the same question. Okay, the British government took over the administration of Northern Rhodesia in 1924. State any two features of colonial rule. Okay, any two features of colonial rule. Number 1, Africans were not allowed to take part in the government. Okay, you can also say, because there were many, Africans were not allowed to own big businesses. Africans lived in separate residential areas from whites. Okay, from whites. The other thing is that Africans were not allowed to move from one place to another without a passport, the so-called passport, which was known as chitupa. Okay, in your own country or in your own locality. G. In 1957, a federation joint project was built at the area marked D. Okay. Marked D. What was the major aim of this project to Northern Rhodesia, Zambia, and Southern Rhodesia, Zimbabwe? Okay. So this is the hydroelectric power station. Now, what was the main aim of the project? Is to supply power to manufacturing industries. Okay, to supply power to manufacturing manufacturing industries. The other one is that this HEP hydroelectricity power supply, okay, to supply power to mines on the copper belt of the northern Rhodesia. Okay, so we're done with this question. Let's go to another civic education question. Okay, so here the question reads: in Chabwino, the date of elections was announced by the president. Siweso Zulu woke up early in the morning to prepare herself to go and vote. She carried the necessary documents required in the voting process. Siweso quickly went to the place where she was registered to cast her vote. Are we together? Then the first question is saying, what is the day of elections code? What is the day of elections code? You can pause the video and to try to answer. Okay. So the day of the election day is called the polling day or voting day. Okay. State the time when voting begins and ends. So voting begins at 6 hours to 18 hours. Okay, 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Are we together? C. Which two documents did Siveso carry to enable her to vote? Number one, you can say the national registration card. Number two, the voter's card. All right. Who is in charge of the place mentioned? Skip the question. What is the name given to a place where the registered voters go to vote? So the answer to question D is polling station. Polling station. Who is in charge of the place in D above? In other words, who is in charge of the polling station? So the answer is the presiding officer. The minimum age for a qualified voter in Zambia is 18 years. Okay, 16 years, that's when you can get your national registration card. 18 years, that's when you can get your voter's card and eligible to vote. Question G. The elections in which Siveso participated were declared free and fair. State two reasons for the importance of free and fair elections. Okay, number one, you can say it allows free citizen participation. Okay, people make informed decisions. People choose leaders of their choice. All right, any of the two, three. Okay, two of the three, you can choose two. So that's it about this question. Let's go to another question. The question reads, study the picture of an eagle below found on some of our symbols of national identity and answer the questions that follow. Okay. What type of an eagle is shown above? So this is the fish eagle. Okay, this is the fish eagle. Question B, mention two symbols of national identity on which the above picture is found. Okay, so the eagle is found with the national flag and the coat of arms. So you can mention the coat of arms and the national flag. That's where we found. That's where we find this eagle. Write the words in line number 3 in the third verse of a national anthem which refers to the eagle. Okay, so the line is noble eagle, like our noble eagle in its flight. Okay. State three ways by which citizens show respect towards the symbols of national identities. Saluting the flag of Zambia. Okay, singing the national anthem on official occasions. Okay, standing still when singing the national anthem. All right, so you mention any three, and also showing the coat of arms on the television screen before the president speaks or addresses the nation. Okay. E, give two reasons why it is very important for an individual to belong to a nation. Two reasons. Number one, you can say citizens of a country enjoy certain rights or benefits. Citizens show love and pride to their country, and they also share a sense of belonging. Okay, that is feeling of belonging together. Okay. Do you have another question? Okay, yes, you have F. What does the eagle as a symbol of national identity represent? So the eagle symbolizes the freedom that we have in Zambia and our ability to solve our own problems. That is the symbol of the eagle. Okay, so we're done with this other one. This is another symbol of national identity. So this question reads, study the diagram below of the coat of arms and answer the questions that follow. Okay, what is the importance of the coat of the coat of arms? The importance of the coat of arms, the coat of arms is a symbol of national identity. It symbolizes where the nation in which one belongs. Okay, so if I wear a shirt or a t-shirt with this symbol, it symbolizes that I'm coming from Zambia. All right, so it is the symbol of national identity. Where is it used? It is shown before the president addresses the nation, okay, and also on government official documents. Are we together, my friends? What do the hoe and pick on the coat of arms stand for? The hoe stands for agriculture, okay, agriculture. Then the pick, mining. Are we together? That is mining. Then what does the zebra symbolize? The zebra symbolizes the wildlife. Okay, wildlife. Identify the feature that is found on the coat of arms and also on the Zambian flag. It is the fish eagle. The eagle. Okay. F. Explain the meaning of the black and white wave lines on the coat of arms. Okay, so the black and white wave lines, those the meaning they represent the Victoria Falls. Okay, the Victoria Falls. G. Apart from the zebra, which features represent Zambia's natural resources? Apart from the zebra, which features represent Zambia's natural resources? The first one is the maize cob, okay, and the second one is the mine shaft head. Okay, the mine shaft head. And the third one is the zebra itself. So we are just asked you, apart from the zebra, so we have the mine shaft head and the maize cob. They represent the Zambia's natural resources. Are we together? Right. So that's all for civic education, which is civics. Okay.